Okay, first I want to start off by saying, hey, my loves. I know that I've been absent, um, not making any videos. It was really because I really just didn't have any ideas on what to make, and not even just that. That's not even the main reason. The main reason is because um, I really just didn't have the motivation to make any videos. But I've been just falling back and just kind of doing me and living my life and trying to focus on um, the person that I wanted to become as far as career wise. So I've been really doing things like that. But just to give you guys a little update on what I've been doing. Well, one, I've been being a mother um, of my little 2-year old Nevaeh, as you guys know. I did post up a video of her second birthday planning that I was doing for her second birthday. So, and it was Yo Gabba Gabba theme. So, if you guys did not see that, go check it out. Um, Another thing that I've been doing is, like I said before, I've been focusing on my career and what I really wanted to do, what I really wanted to be. And I figured that I really want to be a CSI agent, a crime scene investigator. So, I've been trying to figure out, well, I was trying to figure out the things that I need, the education that I needed to acquire to become a CSI agent. And I enrolled myself into school. I'm a full-time student at Wilbur Wright College, and I don't mind saying the college. I mean, I'm not worried about anybody trying to come find me or come get me. But I'm a full-time student at Wright College here, where I stay. And I don't know, I've just been being a college student, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as well in later videos, because all that kind of has changed. So, but I'm still a student. So, anyways, I wanted to make this video because yesterday, April 9th, me and my little baby girl, Nevaeh, we went out because I was tired of being stuck in the house. I was tired. I was depressed. I'm like, I want to get out of this house. So, um, I took Nevaeh to go to the mall. I went to go get my eyebrows arched. I hate them so much. Like, the lady that I normally go to, she wasn't there. So I had to opt for someone else. And the place that I go to is all the way across town. It's like an hour and a couple of minutes to get there. So I travel all the way across town, passing all these other nail shops just to go to this one because there, the lady that I like, works there, and I love the way she does my eyebrows. But she wasn't there yesterday, so I had to opt for getting somebody else, and I just don't like it. But anyways, I went. We went up north to go get my eyebrows done, and then to also go to the mall. I just decided on the way there, hey, I might as well just stop by the mall, on this beautiful sunny day, and get me a pair of shoes and then Nevaeh a pair of shoes. But that didn't happen because every time I go to the mall, I never end up getting something that I want for myself. I always end up getting something for Nevaeh. So yeah, you don't have any kids. When you do have some, look forward to shopping for them more than yourself. But anyways, we were on the bus. Back to the story. This is why I made the video. We were on the bus. We got on like any normal day, any normal time. I get on the bus. I sit down. I get Nevaeh, situated so that she's comfortable. We're sitting down, and we sit next to this lady. And she says hi to Nevaeh. I'm used to that. It's normal for me to have someone speaking to Nevaeh or complimenting her on her looks, or just being nice and polite to us. So I didn't think it was a big deal. Nevaeh, hey baby. Nevaeh really doesn't speak to strangers at all. So, I was just like, let the lady say hi. Anyways, I'm rambling. Sorry. Anyways, the lady says hi. Nevaeh just stares at her like normal. Um, the lady starts, engaging herself, in a conversation with me. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm not a rude person. Like if someone wants to start engaging in a conversation with me, um, I'll interact back, but I really don't like it. I really don't like talking to strangers on the street, because you never know where their mind is at. And this is why. Throughout the whole time, she starts, the way she introduced herself into the conversation was she said, after she said hi to Nevaeh, she said, oh, you're going to need to put a perm in her hair, my daughter. You're going to need to put a perm in her hair because when she gets older, that's going to start, getting too thick and too nappy to manage. And I'm sitting here like, I can't believe this lady just said that. And, I tried to respond in a polite way. I politely told her, no, I don't believe in perms. Um, she's all natural. Her hair is all natural. Under this, and I said it like that. I tried to bring some humor into this conversation. I said, and under this, is an all natural hair. So 3 minutes later, because the conversation stopped from there. 3 minutes later, she reintroduces the same topic, and she's like, "Oh, you're natural under there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm natural." She's like, "Oh, so why don't you wear your real hair?" I'm like, "I do wear my real hair. In fact, this is the first time in a couple of months since I've wore any type of weave or extensions, I said I got tired of doing my natural hair, and I opt to put, some tracks in my hair, just to keep my natural hair down. And plus, it's a good way to protect your natural hair from, all of that combing and brushing, it could really bring damage to your hair. So I'm protecting it as well. Yes. Hmm? Okay. That's Nevaeh. Sorry, guys. Um, but after that, she starts going in about how she was married at the age of 20, and she was married to a Mexican, and her daughters are black and Mexican, and they look so, her sons and daughter are black and Mexican. They look so gorgeous, and this and that. And throughout the whole entire time, I'm thinking to myself, why is this lady telling me these things? Why does this even matter? I don't know you from a can of paint. You don't know me from Adam and Eve. Why are you telling me these things? So, again, I'm polite. I'm not a rude person. So I listened. I never gave any feedback on what she was saying. But I did listen. So she goes in and she says, "Are you married?" I say, no. She says, "Do you have another one?" I said, yeah, I plan on having another one, I said, I plan on having 10 kids. And she said, "Oh, well, you're going to have to live in a house, not an apartment." She assumed that I live in an apartment, right off back. Um, she said, "You should live in the house." I said, "No, I plan on staying on a farm once that happens. Once that happens, once my family starts to grow bigger, I'll plan on staying on the farm." And I should really get some. Let me stop it in the midst. I'm so sorry, you guys. Let me stop it in the midst and say this, because I should give it a little bit of background before I go into the depths of the whole situation. She was on the bus talking to numerous of people, not just me. The conversation between me and her stopped and went, because as we were, rolling on past the stops on the bus, she saw people that she knew, and she started talking to them and sparking up conversations with these people as well. And I overheard her telling some man how she was staying, she was staying in a shelter to get Section 8 housing. And if you guys don't know what Section 8 is, it's this thing that's in Chicago where they give you a Section 8 voucher. The government gives you a Section 8 voucher, and they basically pay for all of your rent or half of the rent. And if you have a job, you might probably only pay like $60, $60 to $100 in rent. So I remember her telling this man that her 5 kids were staying with her mother because they were too uppity and they didn't want to live in a shelter. And she got in the shelter and got her own place. And her daughter, oops, sorry, her daughter did the same thing. Her daughter went and applied for Section 8 online. Which I didn't even know you can do that, but okay, whatever. So fast forward to the conversation that me and her had. She starts telling me that I should have got married before I started having kids, and that she was like, you're not supposed to uh, give your body up to a man without him marrying you. And I said, she was talking about, oh, you must not go to church because if you went to church, you would know these things because the pastor would tell you that. I said, no, I don't go to church now. I have in the past. Um, um, just a year or two ago, I was going to church with my mother. I wasn't a member of the church, but I was visiting the church. I stopped going because I am not a religious person, and I didn't like the fact that the pastor kept bashing and degrading and talking about gay people. He would call them fags. He would call them sissies. And that wasn't something that I want to be a part of. If you love God, God speaks a message of being happy, being caring, loving, rejoiceful. And you're sending a message to the congregation talking about, these sissies want to walk around, do this and that. I don't like that. I don't agree with, same-sex relationships either. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to go and bash these people or treat them any differently than how I want to be treated. I'm not going to tell them that what they're doing is wrong. That's not for me to do. That's for God to do. That's between God and them. It has nothing to do with me. My, my goal and my journey throughout this life is to make sure that Brianna is taking care of Brianna and her kids. My goal is to make sure that Brianna is doing what's right for Brianna so that when it's time for God to call us home, my name is on that list. Okay? So anyways, she was telling me, oh, you might not go to church. I said, no, I don't go to church. I said, I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in religion. Oh, so you don't believe in God. I said, no, religion and God are two different things. I said, I believe in God. I just don't believe in religion. So she had the whole bus laughing. There were 2 white people, Caucasian people, looking at her like she was this ghetto hot mess, and she really was. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, Lord Jesus, please save me, because I don't want to stoop to her level and start cursing her out or getting ignorant and ghetto like she was doing, being obnoxious and boisterous, and causing the scene. I don't want to do that. I carry myself and I conduct myself with mannerism when I'm outside in public. I don't, allow someone to take me out of my character. And she was trying to assassinate my character that day, by bashing me and by trying to belittle me because I wasn't married and I had a baby out of wedlock. So what? This is my body. This is my temple. I push whatever I want to push out of this body. I, you know, I have the power to destroy my body. I have the power to build my body, better than what it is now, and make myself more healthier. Nobody has control over me but myself and Lord Jesus. So, anyways, I'm quiet at this point because, well, I was saying a few things, but I wasn't getting, I wasn't getting confrontational with her. Because I didn't want her, for number one, I didn't want her to think that she won or that she took me out of, my safe zone or my character. I didn't want her to think that. So I was in my Zen zone, um, talking to myself inside of my head, trying to calm myself down, trying to keep myself calm from going off on this lady on the bus. Because again, my daughter was sitting right there. And that's what really is pissing me off now that I think about it. My baby girl is sitting right here in the midst of these shenanigans that this lady is, carrying on. She, wanted to degrade me as a person and then have an audience to go along with it. you know. Um, so she had this man. She was like, you can ask anybody on this bus. Marriage, having a baby out of wedlock is wrong. You're supposed to be married. And this man, this older guy, the lady was in her 50s. And the older guy, he was about in his 50s, 60s as well. And he started to, join in on the bashing as well. I had to tell her, and by the way, she had two husbands and she has 5 kids. So I was like, well, marriage doesn't guarantee that the man is going to stick around. I said, there's a lot of married couples who get divorced, who separate, or who's I can't even think of the word right now, who's having sex while, with other people while they're married, and I'm probably going to think about the word after we get done with this video. But anyways, who's committing adultery. There you go. There's a lot of married couples who's committing adultery. So marriage, in a sense, it's not really something that you have to do. I don't have to get married if I don't want to. As long as I'm taking care of these kids, as long as the father is taking care of these kids, that's all that matters. Point blank, period. And even him taking care of the kids doesn't even matter to me, because whether or not somebody else is going to help me, I'm going to do it at the end of the day. So anyways, I told her, I'm like, well, obviously marriage isn't that important to you because you got married 2 times. And when you want to quote what the Bible says, the Bible also says you're supposed to be with your husband for richer, for poor, for sickness and health, till death do you part. And God looks down and frowns upon people who get divorces. Okay? Her response was, no, I'm not going to be with somebody who's in and out of jail. I said, sorry. I said, so you're marrying these people and they're criminals? Don't get me wrong. It's okay you went to jail before. People go to jail for different things sometimes. So, I'm like, you marrying these people, and just because your husband is in and out of jail, you want to divorce them? That's not a good enough reason, sweetheart. It's really not. And you knew he was in and out of jail before you married him. So evidently, you're telling me to marry someone, and then when I don't like what they're doing, or I don't like the decisions they make, to divorce them? Please. That's not how marriage... That's not how... You okay, baby? Drinking juice. That's not how marriage is. So, I was so done with the conversation. She told this other girl on the bus, she told her, why are you sticking your hand down your throat? Stop doing that. Don't do that. Another mommy moment with Nevaeh. This girl is a mess. I love this little girl so much. You want to say hi, Nevaeh? No, they can't see you. Come here. Say hi, Nevaeh. Say how you doing. You gotta talk louder. They can't hear you. Say, how old are you, Nevaeh? 2. Tell them. Say, I'm 2. 2. Say, my name is Nevaeh. Who loves you? You. Oh. That's my my baby. I love this little girl. She makes everything, like, when I'm upset, she just makes me so happy. Everything just goes away. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I'm sorry, you guys. This video is gonna be so long because I'm just like doing a lot of rambling. But anyways, um, sitting back, and when I'm gathering my thoughts about this whole incident that happened yesterday on the bus, I think that was a real test to my faith because the night before, as I told you guys before, I've been going through a lot of things, especially with family. And so the night before, I was thinking, I've stuck myself in this box where I don't like socializing with people, for many different reasons. Um, Mainly because throughout my life, I really haven't had good luck when it came to becoming friends or meeting people, or socializing with strangers. So I really don't have good interaction skills with people. So I think this was a big test in my faith between me and God on how to handle myself in situations where I'm uncomfortable or where I'm attacked or feeling pent up in a corner. And I think, and I pat myself on the back and I applaud myself for conducting myself in a way that made me look like I had some sense. I'm 19 years old. I have a 2-year-old daughter. Yes, I did have sex at 15. I did get pregnant at 15 and had my baby at 16. But ever since I found that I was pregnant, I've been the one taking care of my daughter, making sure she had food in her stomach, clothes on her back, and a roof over her head. I was living with my mother, but I was also paying rent as well. So I made sure that she had all of these things and all of these necessities that a child needs when they're first born. She had a crib, she had a changing table, she had a dresser, she had her own piggy bank with money in it. She had clothes, shoes when she couldn't even walk yet. Um, she had a stroller, a car seat, a base for the car seat. She had everything um, that a baby needed. I did everything, and when someone tries to attack me or tell me that I shouldn't have kids, it makes me upset because the bear's trying to wave. It makes me upset because I'm a damn good mother. I love my daughter to death. A lot of people who know me say that I'm obsessed with Nevaeh, but Nevaeh is my life. Without Nevaeh, I'm nothing. I cannot function without Nevaeh being around me. And everybody knows that if Nevaeh's around me for more than a day or more than an hour, I am sick. I can't sleep at night, and it's probably something wrong with that. But I don't care because I call that having the love of a mother, basically. So, anyways, that's just my little story. I had to get that out there because I was feeling really, really, really down about that situation. But in other news, I have some exciting news to tell you guys. But I won't tell you until the next video when I show you guys Nevaeh's little shopping haul that I did for her. So check out that next video, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Toodles, Nevaeh. Say bye. Bye. Bye.